Today we're going to be filming a new video with my employee Frank. Frank is going to be the subject of many things on this channel, but for today he's going to be testing safety glasses. So I've got a Walmart pair of just generic safety glasses and then 2 Amazon pairs. This one was really cheap. This was like 10 bucks and it came with a face mask. This one is I think like 20. So we're going to see how they hold up to different caliber BBs and even a couple pellet guns as well. Most fields require you to have an actual spec rating for the safety glasses. None of these have a spec rating on the website. So yeah, let's see how they do. Okay, so first the expensive goggles, then the cheap goggles, and we'll put the Walmart ones on top. They are going to fly off at some point. I am 100% sure of that. Ready, Frank? Okay, good. First up, we're going to be using the SSX-23 as it's about 1 joule, and we're using 0.43 gram BBs. We're going to see how much it takes to break these glasses. Okay, we'll call that good. So, on closer inspection, we got a little dent in this one down here. This is the cheaper Amazon one. Not really noticeable though. The $20 pair looks absolutely untouched. And the Walmart pair also did pretty well. I got it smack dab on the lens, so it kind of just pushed them back. I was actually worried they're gonna flip off with this one, which tells me the next gun is probably gonna flip them off. So yeah. Let's move on to the Terran Tactical. Okay, next is the Terran Tactical. So this is the Jag Arms or Echo 1, again, depending on what day of the week it is. And once again, we're gonna shoot at the masks and see what happens. I think that's good. So we got Frank here, and immediately I'm noticing there's a few more scuff marks on here. I did have to take 2 rounds at this because the high speed didn't catch it the first time, and it died the second time, so we have no high speed camera anymore, which is annoying, but it's fine. The frame of the more expensive glasses actually did a really good job at stopping it. I've got 1 mark here. So yeah, again, this is 1.2 joules. With 0.3 gram BB, so nothing insane yet, but I'm already noticing this pair has absorbed quite a bit more energy than I thought they would. I honestly thought they were going to crack at this point. And the Walmart goggles, despite flying off, are holding up exceptionally well. I mean, there's scuff marks on them, but actually some of the scuff marks wipe away with your fingers. So yeah, these are doing really well. So yeah, Frank took a couple hits to the forehead, but how you doing? Are you doing okay? Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next gun. So, we move the camera up. I'll be closer to the target, which does not fill me with confidence considering what's coming up next. But, next up is the SMG-8 by WE. This has the high power bolt by Angel Custom in it. Full disclosure, this is not my gun. It's my friend's. I've been fixing it for him, so we're going to do this one next. I have not decided if we're doing full auto yet or not. Also, full disclosure, forgot to mention, this is 1.4-ish joules, depends on how full the mag is with the gas, of course. All the gas guns today are using propane except for the CO2 ones, because they're using CO2. I realized I also didn't say that, so propane's a little higher pressure than green gas, not by much, it's propane either way, so it was really different. Anyways, on to the more important information. Once again, I knocked the glasses off. Funnily enough, with the 0.3 gram BBs in this guy, it didn't seem to have as much energy as the high Kappa did, which confuses me a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. What is kind of interesting is the damage done to the goggles, so again, there's the scuff marks from before, but it didn't really add very many more that I'm noticing. I'm noticing more damage to the frames, you know, there's still frame damage, but I'm not really noticing anything else done to the glasses, and even the Walmart glasses, like, don't really show more damage. There's one scuff mark there, but again, like, it mostly wipes away. Like, there's now just a little dot, so yeah, not overly damaging. So let's move on to the next one. Next up, we're going to be using my APS hodgepodge of an M4. This is running about 1.6 joules at the moment. And we're using 0.43 gram BBs because this is meant for long range, and we're gonna... I want to use 0.43 gram BBs, okay? Don't judge me. Turn the scope on, because at this distance, it's so important to me to use the sight. That sounded a lot harder than the other guns. Pellet? Ooh, I got him in the neck. Ooh, poor Frank. We definitely were hitting a lot harder. Already, the Walmart glasses have a very significant, I don't know if the camera picked that up. Maybe I put my hand, no, that probably doesn't help. Or it has a very significant crack in it. Not really crack, but like scratch. But let's take a look at the more professional goggles. So the cheaper pair, oh, these are like actually scratching the surface. So these are rough. All the new marks are rough. And then up here on the other pair, they're not like, they're there, but it's not rough. It's just like there's a dent or a pit in that one's case. But these ones, like, you can actually feel a difference between here and here. Like, it's like you're touching sandpaper. And then we accidentally got him in the neck. Luckily it went all the way through, so there's nothing stuck in his neck, so he should be okay. So, Frankie, you doing okay? Cool. Well, we're gonna keep going. So hang in there, guy. You're doing a great job. You're doing an amazing service to the airsoft community. So now we're gonna be using the Mauser. This is an HFC Mauser. I have done no modifications to it yet, except for replace the mag release, because I'll do a video on this, don't worry about it. This is 2.2 joules. It's also green gas, by the way, not CO2, but it's 2.2 joules, and I'm using 0.43 gram BB, so I'm kind of worried about my own safety. Good luck, Frank. Now hold still. Those ricocheted hard. You could hear them going through the bushes. Okay, so we'll start with the Walmart pair of glasses. They still stop the BBs, but man, you can actually see where it's warped the plastic from hitting it. So it's that mark right there and that one there. It's kind of hard to tell. I'll see if I can get a better picture with the DSLR later, but it's like looking through water with driplets in it. But more interestingly is actually what these guys did. So this one, the more expensive pair, now have some light scratchy marks, but honestly, they're still looking really good. Yeah, they've got a little bit of pitting, but like, again, nothing too bad. These were like 20 bucks, so totally happy. The cheaper pair has started to crack. Right there, there's a little tiny fracture, and right there, and then all of these are really deep and definitely took away material. The frames are holding up very well though. And Frankie this time did not take any damage. Aren't you glad I'm such a good shot, Frank? Again, this one is the most powerful gun outside of the shotgun and the sniper rifle. So next we're gonna do the SR10, and then we're gonna do the Cam 870. Next up is the Barrett. Just did the review for this one. It was a lot of fun. You can see it up over here. This is a 3 joule airsoft sniper rifle. M170 spring, 0.43 gram BBs. I have no idea how I'm gonna hit this thing because it's sighted in for, 200 feet, and it's gonna be fired at like 10. So, yeah, let's do it. I really hope this doesn't hit me. This is not the one I want to hit me right in the nuts. I don't want it. I don't want it at all. I think I hit the top one that time. I have no idea what I hit that time. do one more shot, just for a good measure. Yeah. Actually, I want to make sure I hit the yellow one, so I'm just going to do a couple shots. Oh yeah, that's definitely the yellow one. Okay. Okay, ooh, oh, ah, very bushy. So, the VSR-10 did that mark right there. It is significantly pitted now, so that's a thing. As for these goggles, the $10 pair are still stopping the BBs, it looks like, but they are not looking very good. So you can see all these marring, and there's more cracks now. So like right there's another spider crack. Some of the scratch is off, funnily enough. So a lot of the stuff is just BB dust. Up here, the more expensive pair, once again, stopping it like a champ. Again, there's still a little bit of pitting on some of these hits, but nowhere near as bad as the cheaper pair. So yeah, that's a thing. Let's move on to the Cam 870. So next up is the Cam 870. This is kind of the staple of my channel. My favorite airsoft gun ever. So APS for the Mark III and Mark II shotgun released a new shell. So this is the original shell, you know, what everyone's used to. Kind of short, but not a lot of space for BBs, but you know. This is what's called the X-Power shell. It's a big boy. So this is supposed to be 350, this is supposed to be between 400 and 500 feet per second. And full disclosure, they're still a smart shell. They don't require a special loader. They have a normal CO2 loader built into them. We're gonna be shooting 2 shells at Frank. Good luck. I'll try not to hit your nose. God, I love that sound. Further up. So to be fair, this isn't 3 joules. It's probably like another 2 joule gun. So we didn't really see anything else happen to the Walmart glasses. What is interesting is if you come over here, this is why a lot of fields don't let you use removable lens glasses. It actually pushed up the frame here, and there's a BB rolling around inside the glasses. It also I just realized it also pushed the Frank an inch off the table. So Frank, with 3 more shots, would have been coming off the table. But again, glasses aren't broken. Way more damage done to the cheaper pair. Like this is some significant damage. But again, nothing broke. You know, these are mostly fine. So squeeze those back together. $20 glasses are looking pretty good, except for the fact they have the removable frame. Let's go to the steel BB gun. So this is modeled off of one of my favorite revolvers of all time, 1877. It is, you know, standard hammer fire, but it's single action only. But it is not an airsoft gun. I wish it was. We're now going to shoot it at the target. It's loaded with steel zinc BBs. This is CO2 powered. I don't know if the CO2 is great or not because I didn't change the cartridge. I just used what was already in there. Mostly just wanting to see what a steel BB does to this. I don't know the FPS rating. I'm going to guess it's probably about 400. I don't think it's very high. So, yeah, we'll take a look at this. Oh, and the best part. I didn't show you guys the best part. It's got shells. It's the best part. This one's also gonna hurt if it hits me, but for a whole different reason. Oh, that moved the glasses a lot. Also, this thing's dead accurate. Holy crap. I was not expecting to hit all those on the first try. I thought this thing was not gonna be accurate because it's not adjustable sights, but this thing's accurate. I'll fire 2 more at the more expensive glasses. And that's what I was expecting to happen more often. Let's go take a look. These are the Walmart glasses. We got a dent right there. And you can actually feel it on the back. This is the first one where you can feel it on the back. So that was some significant power. By the way, price range for these is like $1 because I think it's $5 for a set of 3. So just so you guys know. So if you don't need closed frame glasses, I recommend closed frame glasses. But if you don't need them, these obviously work pretty well. But let's take a look at the more expensive goggles. Let's look at the most expensive one first. Same deal as the Walmart ones. I'm gonna actually take my finger and, yep. So they're also dented in the back. To be fair, some of the VSR 10 spots also have dents in the back. But yeah, so they've got a couple dents right here, right here and right here, which is where I shot it with the Revolver. This pair, let's just bring those up. This pair, so this probably happened when the Cam 870 shot it. I didn't notice this before. The glasses actually came out of the frame. But I actually can't tell where the BB gun hit it because it doesn't seem to have left a dent. So I'm not sure where the BB gun actually hit this pair. I gotta reset the goggles and then we'll get the one that should break both of these. Next up is gonna be the Crossman CO2 pellet rifle. This one you guys seen before, but it's roughly 1,000 to 1,200 feet per second, depending on how much CO2 is left in the gun. And we're using 14 grain hollow points because I couldn't find my target ammo. So we're using hunting ammo. Should be fine. Put my safety glasses on. I suspect this is gonna go straight through. Ready? Yeah, it's kind of what I expected. First shot. Remember when I hit the soda can with this thing? Man, that exploded. I wish we gotten that in slow-mo, except the camera wasn't working that day, and I think I know why it wasn't working now. It bounced off. That I didn't expect. We'll take a look at that in a second. Oh! I don't know if that went through or not, but there was some dust over here, so I think it bounced off. Let's go take a look. It's amazing how fast berry bushes can grow. Let's start with the Walmart glasses again. This is where the 22 hit it. Yeah, there's a dent. There's definitely a dent. It stopped it though. What's interesting is it looks like it actually snapped it with the force from the glasses being knocked off Frank's head. These didn't break because of the force of the pellet on here, but they broke because of the force of the pellet doing. Yeah, okay, let's move on to this guy. So this is where they hit the goggles. This one deflected and actually heard it shoot off into the force. Go away, fly. So this pair of goggles, and like it's a dent, but it's not very significant. Unlike the second pair, which only just barely stopped it. That dent is, oh man, if I had to guess, about 1/4 of an inch in. Let me just take the glasses out of the frame. So it would protect you. It would definitely protect you. Which also means these would theoretically protect you against a 20. I wouldn't trust this one to a 22, but these theoretically could protect you against a 22 caliber. I could test that, but I'd rather not, because that requires getting the 22 caliber out, and I don't feel like doing that right now. Yeah, that's kind of interesting to me. That is so deep. I cannot believe that didn't like crack at all. It just bent. So that's basically it for today. Thank you, Frank, for helping me with this video. I know we put your life at risk, but you did a great job, and we're looking forward to having you more. As for the goggles, I'm going to put links down below to the ones used, minus the Walmart ones, because I bought these at Walmart. These aren't really shooting glasses either, by the way. These are for, like, doing work. Yeah, they stopped the 22 cal, but they're work glasses. As for this pair, I'm going to link them and say, do not buy, because we discovered that halfway through. The lenses pop out super easily. In fact, just by torquing them like this, the lenses will come out. So, nope. However, these did extremely well. These did better than I expected. Honestly, I thought these were going to crack and fracture because the plastic felt a little brittle to me, but they actually held up very, very well. I purposely only shot at one side so I can kind of see the difference between fresh and used. And honestly, if I close my right eye, I can still see just as well as I would normally. And so, yeah, they held up very well. So these are definitely a recommend. Also, they come with extra lenses, so there's not just the yellow, but there's also clear, and there's what's the word? Smoked, that's the word. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed Frank joining the channel. He will be here very often, not always in this position. Sorry, Frank. You took it like a champ. You did great. So you'll be coming back, and I'll see you guys in the next video. You should check out this video though, where Vince and I did some soda cans, because that was a lot of fun. And yeah, I mean, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Good? Yeah,
The berry bush caught me!
okay. Anyways.